Good day, everyone. It is about 2:20 p.m., almost midday. How are you? It is day 3 of our Soul Care Get a Hold of Yourself podcast. Again, this is your host, Free Hill, and I thank you for tuning in and joining me on today. I know that we can actually gain some insight with what I am getting ready to share with you all at this time. It is my hope and prayer that your day is going well, that you are rejoicing and being glad in this day, no matter what. For some odd reason, on last evening, well, it's not an odd reason. I kind of got the gist of the reason once I stepped back and really assessed how on last evening a nasty cold hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, it was like cold and flu symptoms mixed. My body was aching all over. I was feverish. My nose was stopped up. My throat was hurting. Oh my goodness, head hurting. All of the winter cold symptoms. And I quickly wanted to blame getting that cold on my toddler grandbaby Taylor, aka my Poopsie, because I had been duffing a cold for about the last 2 months, because her and her classmates go back and forth with these colds, and I kind of just treat her, daily and accordingly. So quickly I wanted to say that that's where the cold came from, but instantly I was reminded that I went to help my husband put a bookcase out for trash on Tuesday when it was cold and raining outside, and I failed to put a coat on, a hat on. It was just horrible, but I ran outside like that, and on yesterday evening I found myself really feeling ill. Now usually when something like that hits my body, I started taking Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus to try to fight it, lift my defenses up early. My glands are swollen and aching, so you all forgive me if I sound nasal on this podcast, but I was determined that day 3 would go on despite how I am feeling in my body, because even if I had to record this podcast lying down, I would have, but by the grace of God, I was able to get up and sit in the chair, because many of you probably know from your own experience that when you don't feel good in your body, the nighttime is really when the symptoms intensify and increase. So therefore, because it is daytime and I have been taking my medicine every 4 to 6 hours as instructed on the box, I feel better than I did on last evening. So I thank you all for tuning in on today. It's so interesting how our bodies can quickly indicate to us that something is wrong. The red flag goes up and our bodies let us know that, you need to get some rest. Something needs to be taken care of, because they will begin to cause us pain and we begin to suffer in one area or the other. And I believe that sometimes when those red flags come, those indicators inform us that we need to slow down and take a rest and kind of care for ourselves, we will ignore it as long as we have enough strength to continue on. But what I have learned from doing that is it burns you out, and you need to take a rest and step back from things when your body lets you know that it can't do anymore, opposed to pressing past that feeling and still trying to do everything. Nope. Lay down, take a break. That is a part of soul care. Mind, body, soul, spirit is all together. It's not separate. It's all in you. It's about you. You wear it, you carry it around. It's yours. So you have to take care of every part of it. Every part of it. I've learned that my family will live. Things will get done when I feel better, when I'm able to do it. it's important that I step away and step back when my body is saying get some rest. And I've learned even so when I listen to the body and I get some rest, then my mind is working overtime, because now, I have all the thoughts of what need to be done, what I would like to do, and great ideas and visions from God and all of these different things while lying down. Somehow God began to download all kinds of things in your spirit. When your body is still, he began to speak to you, your creator, to let you know how he has need of you and what it is you are supposed to be doing. So then it's like, even with all of that, I got to find a way to rest my mind, bring my mind and my body and back into alignment where they're both getting rest. They're both getting rest. I take notes, I write things down, and then I command my mind to rest in alignment with my body and to be restored and whole again. And then I just think about how so quickly I wanted to say that the cold came from my grandbaby and her classmates, from being around them, and the germ just going back and forth in a vicious cycle with the little preschoolers. But I had to think, wait a minute, you made an irresponsible decision to run outside without a coat, nothing on your head when it was cold and raining. That's what triggered this in your body, amongst probably some other stressors, you know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, when your body actually gets sick, somehow your defenses are down. And I have been doing a lot and dealing with a lot. I would say probably since July, but God has been good. He's been gracious. I really haven't gotten physically sick too much, because I am one of those people, oh my gosh, that's susceptible to getting colds and flus and sinus infections and all of that kind of stuff, and I have asthma, so I really try to care for myself immediately, because I don't need things flaring up and spiraling out of control. But I've learned that through ignoring red flags, not taking rest, proper care of myself. And I noticed that when I start bringing everything into alignment, that means taking care of every aspect of me, mind, body, soul, spirit. Then, I feel whole. I'm stronger. I can focus. I can think clearly. I can hear the voice of God without question or needing a confirmation. And then I could just continue to walk in the steps that he has ordered for my life. And definitely that accountability and being responsible, just weighing your own decisions, instead of being so quick to try to find something outside to point at, to say this happened because of that. No, check yourself first. Maybe it was something you did or did not do that has caused the thing to happen in your life. So really, just knowing your own self and being able to say, oh, wait a minute, I spoke too soon. That was not that. That's a whole release in itself. It's like an exhale moment when you are able to correct your own error, when you are able to catch it and say, you know what, hey, I got to stop doing that. I have to stop saying that this is because of that, and just really see where I stand. What am I doing? What am I not doing? Just really self-assessing and just making sure that, the things that are being manifested in my life, that I definitely have something to do with it, because I'm putting things into action, of course, but I don't want to be causing harm to myself because I make irresponsible decisions. That's also a part of soul care. When you start making responsible decisions, your outside will reflect that. You'll be able to see that in your everyday living. It eliminates a lot of stressors and definitely separate yourself from those that cause those emotional stressors. They trigger that emotional stress in your life. You gotta step away from those type of things and those type of people, because it's draining. It's like a leech just sucking out all of the blood out of you, just sucking you dry. So you have to make decisions like that too. We're like, oh no, I can't surround myself with that because I know what it does to me. I know how it makes me feel. Because ultimately, your soul care is really about taking care of your own soul. There is no one that can do that for you besides God, and God does it by showing you how to do it. So you have to really just zoom in on your own self. Yup, put that zoom lens right on you. So that, like I mentioned in the other episode, you really want to be able to take care of yourself. You really want to be able to articulate your needs. You have to be able to do that. That's soul care, self-care at its finest. How you care for your own self. When you start caring for yourself, man, you fall in love with your own self. It's just like when you have that newborn child and you take care of that baby. You love that baby, honey. That's your pride, your joy. You have taken care of that baby. You have nurtured that baby. You have taught that baby. You have been an example for that baby. Listen, and you expect for that baby to what? Grow up and just be great, because that's what you try to instill. That's what you try to cultivate and develop in that child. So you want to see the fruit thereof when they're of age and can show you. So I wanted to make sure that I did episode number 3 and knocked it out, because I'm going to keep coming back and sharing with you. Our concern can't be how many. It's not in numbers. If one person listen and one person get it, guess what? That's enough. I'm a step-by-step person. I've never been greedy. I've never wanted fame or fortune. Very modest and low-key, but I know I have a lot to offer. I have a lot to share. Why should I keep that bottled up on the inside of me? Nah, that's not right. I have to make a decision and say, I am going to do exactly what I was destined to do. Who is for is who is for. God would know that, not me. I'm just learning that I myself have to put my hands to it and do it. There is not anyone else, not one individual, who could actually carry out my life purpose for me. That's not happening. That is solely up to me to do. That's for me to do. And I can't do it if I don't take care of my physical body, that's for sure. I can't do it if I'm not taking care of my mind and my emotions. It takes all of me to fulfill my life's purpose. You understand? It takes all of me. So I pray that the remainder of your day is great. That you take care of yourself. And please, please, please make sure that you bundle properly when you go outside. Don't pull one of them slick moves that I pulled the other day. And it pulled right back. Pulled me down to the bed. Yeah, so I thank you all for tuning in. Look out for episode number 4, because truly it is coming. Yes, it is. Enjoy your day, and I shall Record for you soon.